So, this is Kawhi Leonard. And as a lot of you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of Pat Bev. And Pat Bev has basically now written a check that Kawhi has to cash. And this is not a great look for Kawhi. And you know what? Kawhi, who's a silent guy, doesn't really get in any controversy ever. He's now, for the first time, had to really back something up. And this isn't like he's not saying anything and it's a New Balance commercial or anything. Nope. Supposedly, this is words right out of his mouth. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to hit 6.3K by the end of the day, and we are only 14 subscribers off. So anyway, what we have got right here is from the Pat Bev podcast, and this is Kawhi texting Pat Bev, which is not... And let's listen to this clip.
The Clippers a little bit. They found success early on in this season.
I am not a system player. I am the system.
What I've also seen from them, Van Gundy is coaching the hell out of them as an assistant to T. Lue. An interesting way that they've kind of pieced things together, and the team is finding an identity.
Surprisingly enough, like Norman Powell's hooping.
Even without Kawhi Leonard.
They got a complete package. They're going to be scary in the playoffs. I talked to Kawhi on the phone yesterday. He's healing up like a fucking machine. Claw. That's why I got him in my phone. Claw. The league stinks.
That reference is my favorite thing. That is my favorite reference, this whole thing. The claw. Or I can't even do the voice. The Toy Story reference.
Got him in my phone. Claw. The league stinks right now. Views are low. I agree. They are waiting on the claw. I say, tell my boy Germ, I say, lock the fuck in. He said, I'm going to get right. I'm on the way. Silent assassin. That's my dog.
I hope he takes his time coming back. As much as the Lakers are the flashy...
Like, nothing else really matters after that, but the league stinks. Quote from Kawhi Leonard. You got to win. Or you've got to at least be close to winning. Like, Kawhi Leonard, I'm not joking when I say this. Kawhi Leonard himself has not been past the second round since 2020. Sorry, since 2019. Kawhi Leonard has won 2 playoff series since he won his title. 2. He has won 2 playoff series. And the Toronto Raptors, if I'm not mistaken, have been They've won 2? No, they've won 1. They've won 1. I'm about to say they've been tanking. They've won as many. No, they won 1. He has won 2. And not the greatest look for Kawhi, who has not been healthy in the last 3 playoffs. He has not played a full playoff series in 3 years. And look, no matter what now, Kawhi, the silent assassin, is now suddenly loud. He wants to be silent. He wants to not say anything. And now Patrick Beverley has made sure as hell. He's made sure as hell that Kawhi Leonard has cashed some checks. And I'm looking at this on Twitter right here. Everybody's response is, Kawhi did not say this. I promise you no one's waiting for Kawhi. He's just a mean Pat Bev right now with the LeBron. I've heard Kawhi is pretty funny when the cameras are off. Clippers are a contender when Claw comes back. Sounds like Kawhi is ready to shake things up. How would Pat Bev know anything about what the NBA needs right now? He got kicked out of the Israeli league. I don't think he's got kicked out of the Israeli league. He did pretty much kicked out of his NBA career. I'm not joking. This is how Pat Bev's NBA career ended. Somebody in the crowd said Cancun on 3. So he launched the ball towards the guy who said Cancun on 3. Missed. Smacked a woman. Like, he hit a woman in the face with the ball. Some random fan just threw the ball back to him. Tried to throw the ball again at the guy who said Cancun on 3. Hit the wrong guy with the ball. And then obviously got dragged out. And then we started going, have you seen my I'm not, if you're not subscribed to my podcast, I'm not answering any questions in the interview. It was the most, Pat Bev, honestly, he ended his NBA career in the single most embarrassing way possible. And he's very, very lucky that, he's very lucky, very, very, very lucky that the woman who he smacked in the face with the ball didn't have a husband that would jump up and try to fight him, because he could have started another malice at the palace. Like, he could have had, like, I would say, if he wasn't towards the end of his career, his NBA career, I reckon we could have seen, like, Pat Bev getting a huge, huge suspension. But either way, though, like, this isn't about Pat Bev, it's about Kawhi. And if Kawhi did not say this, it would be even more funny. Genuinely. Like, I would absolutely love it if Kawhi didn't say this and Pat Bev just made it up. If Pat Bev just made it up and put a target on Kawhi's back, that would be the most Patrick Beverley thing to ever do. Either way, though, like, we're looking now with the Clippers, they've got to be good. They have got to be, genuinely, they have to be good. If they're not good, then this is going to all come down on Kawhi. Like, you cannot say the league is trash and then lose in the first round or not make the playoffs. Like, what, where are the Clippers? I know they're in the playoffs. I think they're 12-8 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So the Clippers, at this point in time, are the 6th seed. If they, which is possible, very possible, even with Kawhi back, because nobody has a clue when Kawhi is coming back. If they drop below the Nuggets, which is likely, I'll say the Nuggets one is probable. They drop below the Mavs. The quicker Luka gets healthy, the more likely that is. And only a half a game ahead of both of them. And the Phoenix Suns, if they stay healthy, are going to be ahead of the Clippers. There's a good chance the Clippers end up in that 9-10 spot. And it's hard to get out. It's so hard to get through the 9-10 spot into the playoffs. I know, what's their names did it last year. No, New Orleans didn't do it last year. Who did it last year? Like, New Orleans beat, or someone, who beat Golden State? Sacramento beat Golden State and New Orleans beat Sacramento, maybe? I can't remember. But it is so difficult to go from the 9-10 game into that playoffs. And then when you get to the playoffs, it's nearly impossible to win a playoff round. Miami made it look easy, but, like, man, Miami are Miami. That's all I'm going to say is Miami are Miami. What they did was a fluke that year, and it's never going to happen again. So, I'm sorry. I'm Kawhi. I'm just holding you accountable for your words. Unfortunately, like, you didn't mean to say this. You didn't mean for it to get out. But as Christie sides in the WNBA, when Caitlin Clark said they woke up a monster when she didn't make the Olympic team, and ironically, from that quote onwards, Caitlin Clark was arguably the best player in the league, and she still got abused for that. I'm sorry, Kawhi. I'm holding you to the same standards. For the rest of this year, anytime you are on the floor and the Clippers are struggling, anytime you lose a game, I'm not going to let you forget. And if you want to blame anyone for this, obviously you couldn't care less. Like, genuinely, this is the Mick Talk. This is the Mick Hoops YouTube channel. It makes absolutely no difference. But if somehow Kawhi Leonard has any problem with this, blame Pat Bev. Blame that man, because all I'm doing is relaying information from Pat Bev. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.